You know the drill. Scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, you see the same SUVs splashed across your feed. The latest F-150 Raptors muddying up your timelines, and the Tesla Model Y stalking your algorithm. Bronco here, Bronco there, rinse repeat. Meanwhile, under the radar, a handful of absolute sleepers are redefining what a daily driver can be. Today, we're flipping the script. I'm taking you well and truly off the beaten path to 5 cars sold in the United States that almost nobody's talking about, even though each one delivers killer looks, clever packaging, and performance that punches well above its weight. We'll dive deep on styling, interior quality, powertrains, real-world driving impressions, costs of ownership, and even how these models stack up against more hyped rivals. By the end of this video, you'll be rethinking everything you thought you wanted, and maybe even swapping that next crossover for one of these unsung heroes. First up is the Volkswagen Arteon. Slip behind the wheel and you'll swear it's a concept car. The long, sloping fastback roofline melds seamlessly with frameless side glass and that trademark LED light bar stretching from headlamp to headlamp, creating a silhouette that's low, lean, and visually arresting. Exactly what a VW flagship should look like if VW actually let itself dream. Step inside and you're greeted by Napa-style leather on the seats, crisp stitching, aluminum-style trim panels, and a 10.25-inch fully digital active info display right in your line of sight. Below that sits an 8-inch touchscreen with capacitive sliders for volume and climate control, while heated and ventilated front seats come standard on Premium Plus models, ambient footwell lighting included, all for a mid-$40,000 price tag. Underneath the hood hides VW's EA888 2.0-liter Turbo 4, pumping out 268 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque through a slick 8-speed DSG dual-clutch transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard, with 4-motion all-wheel drive available, propelling the Arteon from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.7 seconds. Standard sport-tuned suspension with optional adaptive dampers gives you crisp turn-in and controlled body roll, yet at highway speeds it rides as composed as any entry luxury sedan. Maintenance costs align with mainstream German rates, slightly above Toyota but below BMW, and resale values remain strong thanks to Arteon's unflashy persona. Yet despite its concept car looks and everyday drivability, most buyers write it off as just an upscale Passat or confuse its badging, never giving it a second glance. That's your chance. If you want styling that stands apart and daily driver thrills, the Arteon is your sleeper halo sedan. Next up is the Honda Insight, which feels like a stealthy V you don't even have to plug in. Its 2-motor hybrid system isn't the limp gasoline-first assist you see on so many mild hybrids. Instead, it can drive the wheels purely on electric power up to around 30 miles per hour. Pull into city traffic, and the Insight shuffles seamlessly between electric-only, engine-only, or blended modes without you lifting a finger. With an EPA combined rating of 55 miles per gallon, often exceeding 60 miles per gallon on a calm highway cruise, and a 12.8-gallon fuel tank, your theoretical range tops 700 miles between fill-ups, a realm most non-diesel cars can't touch. Honda retuned the suspension for a taut feel and near 50-50 weight distribution, delivering surprising agility through twisty back roads with minimal body roll and surprisingly sharp turn-in. Practicality shines through the cabin's magic seats, which fold flat or flip up benches to carry tall items upright. Think flat-pack furniture, indoor plants, even upright bikes with the front wheel off. Combined with a 15.1 cubic foot trunk, the Insight swallows more cargo than many compacts and some small crossovers. Standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto live alongside Honda Sensing Adaptive Cruise, Lane Keep Assist, and Traffic Jam Assist. EXL models add leather-trimmed seats and a moonroof. Yet Honda markets it as just another hybrid, with no flashy EV grille or charging port, so most buyers never realize they're missing out on a commuter that drives itself electrically in the city and still racks up epic range. Moving on to something you almost never see on US roads, the Genesis G70 Shooting Brake. Officially, Genesis never brought this sleek wagon variant to American showrooms, but a steady trickle of gray market imports and whispers of a future official rollout means you can experience the sculpted roof extension and liftback tailgate that turn a stellar sports sedan into a bona fide lifestyle wagon. It retains the twin-turbo 3.3-liter V6 with 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque, scorching 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.6 seconds through a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system. Sport mode tightens the steering and firms up the electronically controlled dampers for razor-sharp cornering, yet daily driving remains supple thanks to refined suspension tuning. Cargo capacity starts at about 23 cubic feet behind the rear seats and expands to roughly 48 cubic feet with them folded, on par with a BMW 3 Series Touring or an Audi A4 Allroad, despite an overall length under 186 inches that makes urban parking and maneuvering a breeze. Inside, hand-stitched leather seating, open-pore walnut or matte carbon fiber trim, a 14.5-inch floating infotainment display with voice recognition, a 12-speaker Lexicon audio system, and heated ventilated front seats, plus rear seat heat on upper trims, make every drive feel premium. Price it in the low $50,000 range fully loaded, about $10,000 under a comparably equipped BMW 3 Series wagon, and you suddenly own a rare car statement without the exotic maintenance bills. American tastes skew SUV first, and wagons sell in tiny fractions of market share, so dealers barely promote it. But for enthusiasts craving sedan dynamics married to hatchback utility, the G70 Shooting Brake is automotive alchemy at its finest. Next, let's talk about the Kia Stinger, Kia's halo machine that refuses to play by crossover rules. Beneath its long hood lurks a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 that churns out 368 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque, available with all-wheel drive and launch control to dispatch 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4.7 seconds. Brembo front brakes, selectable drive modes, and an adjustable suspension co-engineered by former BMW M engineers give you sports car agility in corners, yet swallow rough pavement with surprising composure. The 5-door fastback silhouette, quad exhaust outlets, and aggressive front fascia might make you think of a BMW M5. But at a starting price around $50,000 and low $60,000 pricing fully loaded, the Stinger undercuts almost every German rival. Inside, you'll find a driver-centric cockpit with a 10.25-inch touchscreen running UVO Link and BlueLink connectivity, wireless smartphone charging, heated and ventilated front seats, and Nappa leather on the range-topping GT2. Rear passengers enjoy genuine head and legroom, making the Stinger a true 4-seat grand tourer. Despite critical acclaim, Kia's marketing focus on SUVs lost this sedan in the rush, and crossover mania drowned out its sedan and shooting brake brethren. But if you want exotic car acceleration, razor-sharp handling, and 5-door practicality in one package, the Stinger still stands alone. Last but certainly not least, we have the Chevrolet Bolt EV, America's stealth EV champion that refuses to surrender the spotlight to Tesla. The refreshed Bolt delivers an EPA-rated 259 miles per full charge and rockets 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, thanks to a 200-horsepower electric motor and 266 pound-feet of instant torque. More torque than a VW Golf R, and roughly 50 miles of range more than a Kia Soul EV. Its compact footprint hides a cavernous interior. Rear legroom rivals the Toyota Corolla Cross, while the 16.6 cubic foot trunk expands to 57 cubic feet with the rear seats folded, easily swallowing strollers, camping gear, or patio furniture. Standard equipment includes a 10.2-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Chevy Safety Assist Suite, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and pedestrian detection, plus heated front seats, and on higher trims, rear heated seats and an optional Bose audio system. Starting MSRP sits under $28,000 before federal and state incentives, often bringing out-the-door cost nearer $22,000, making it the most accessible long-range EV in America. Annual energy costs for 15,000 miles run around $500 to $600 versus $1,400 to $1,800 for a 30 miles per gallon gas car, And with virtually no routine maintenance, no oil changes or frequent brake jobs, the Bolt dramatically lowers the total cost of ownership. Yet Tesla's hype machine has sucked all the oxygen out of the EV conversation, leaving the Bolt's utilitarian hatch shape and Chevy badge to languish under the radar. For anyone serious about cost-effective, engaging electric driving, this is the smartest play on four wheels. There you have it. 5 under-the-radar machines that are quietly rewriting the rules of their respective segments. They're not about flash or flex. They're about thoughtful design, real-world performance, intelligent packaging, and true value that makes you wonder why the masses keep chasing the same old SUVs. The Volkswagen Arteon is your concept car looks flagship at family sedan money. The Honda Insight is a stealth commuter hybrid that handles like a sports sedan and goes 700 miles on a tank. The Genesis G70 Shooting Brake is BMW shredding performance with estate car practicality. The Kia Stinger remains a 5-door super saloon built by ex-BMW engineers, and the Chevrolet Bolt EV is the bulletproof EV workhorse that will save you thousands in energy and maintenance costs. Which one surprised you most? Or do you have your own secret, four-wheeled hero that never makes the headlines? Drop it in the comments below, hit like if you learned something new today, and subscribe and ring the bell for more deep cuts on the coolest cars you've never heard of. Until next time, stay curious, drive what speaks to you, and remember, the best cars are the ones that earn your respect, not just your likes. Ride safe, friends.